What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. So let's get into this whole situation. Let's talk about Chrisean Rock and Blueface, but basically the story is more catered to Chrisean Rock, and plus there's many more other stories that we're gonna cover in this video. So stay tuned. But let's get into this whole situation. So it seems like when it comes to Chrisean Rock, she announced that she was pregnant, but also it seems like she is putting her fetus in jeopardy, and basically she need to calm down. She need to dial it down. She need a leash. She needs something on her to stop her when she's ready to run at somebody and yoke somebody up, or she's ready to put the smack down on somebody, because her emotions are already out of whack and already, from here to Venus to everywhere. And now that she's pregnant, it's even up there. But some people are questioning whether Chrisean Rock is pregnant in the beginning, because why is she out here jeopardizing her, fetus out here in these streets? It's too soon for her to be wilding. She shouldn't be wilding at all. But in any event, Chrisean Rock was involved in some altercations, but Chrisean also jumps on live to basically explain, why she's keeping this baby, because a lot of people telling her, girl, you need not to. Now that's a whole crazy situation. She done already been down to the clinic, to the Planned Parenthood for 3 times, and she's lucky that she didn't get scarred, because most of the times from the 90s to the late 2000s, there were women that were basically getting scarred, getting these procedures done, and was unable to have children. So, and she was also told by her nurse or her doctor, telling her that she's very lucky that she even conceived, that she's even pregnant, that she even has a fetus inside of her, because of the previous behaviors and the Plan B pills and all that kind of stuff. But in any event, let's get on down to the whole situation. So Chrisean, the other day, she was riding in a car. Her and Blueface was in one car. She was in another car. And I guess whoever was in the car with Blueface, got into an altercation with Chrisean Rock's people. Chrisean Rock got involved. And it looked like she was out here throwing them blows in the middle of the street. And this is the same pink outfit that she had on when she was talking about she's at the doctor's. And she just found out that she's pregnant. And she could possibly be having twins. And she took 3 pregnancy tests. But little behold, she was just out here wilding in the streets right after that. And it's a whole tragic situation, point blank period, when it comes to Chrisean. Hopefully she can smarten up. Hopefully somebody can hire her some help that is actually going to be there to monitor her, actually be there to protect her and show her the things that she needs to do while she is pregnant, because she also could be going by, what she grew up with and what she saw growing up. So basically she might think that these behaviors, wilding out and fighting while you're pregnant, is okay, ain't gonna be no damage done. So she really needs somebody to coach. She needs a life coach. She needs a pregnancy coach. She just needs a coach and a leash at the same time. But in any event, the whole situation is crazy. The fight breaks out, but Chrisean basically hopped online because people was calling her out, saying, girl, you just announced you pregnant. You out here in the street fighting. Blue don't care. Blue ain't trying to protect her. Blue ain't trying to stop her. He ain't trying to protect, his, baby inside of her. Like, this is because he don't care and he don't want it. But you know how that is. But Chrisean, she jumped online and said, she was breaking up a fight. But girl, it looked like he was breaking somebody in the fight. But in any event, she's basically saying that she wasn't fighting, and she's having these issues with food, she's having these issues with her emotions. It's a whole lot for her to process, and it's going to be a whole lot for her to process in the future, especially once these emotions and all these feelings and everything just started coming through all at once, and she can barely deal with it now. Imagine her dealing with it on 100. So she definitely needs to get some help. And it was the Baddies premiere, last night, and Chrisean bopped her former hairstylist in the head. The former hairstylist basically said that she stopped doing Chrisean hair because Chrisean was not paying her. So that's why she ain't doing her hair. And Chrisean just bopped her. Luckily, security grabbed her and stopped Chrisean. But this is what Chrisean had to say, when it comes to keeping her baby and things of that nature. It seems like she has moments in life where she has these epiphanies and she can see clearly, but then she just goes right back to the reactional behavior. But check this out.
Bro. Like ain't no more going out with shit like niggas. For
My
real.
stomach.
I'm not even feeling it, but I was so happy though, cause it was a point when I wasn't getting pregnant because of how many kids I was killing. You know how like you.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
kept getting pregnant, kept getting pregnant. I kept aborting, or I take a plan B, we win, right? It was just one time I didn't do nothing, and I'm like, I'm watching me get pregnant because I didn't take a plan B or whatever. Think I did not get pregnant, so I was kind of worried, like, ooh,
Oh, like your
yeah. So I
your
went to
eggs
the
and shit
doctors.
wasn't, they're not fertile anymore.
I went to the doctors, and she was like, you're not fertile, but also you gotta like calm down with the abortions, or you will not be able to have a baby.
Yeah.
So, cause whatever, cause your
Well,
uterus,
maybe that was,
whatever.
maybe
Long
this
story
was like
short,
a
it
sign.
makes whatever weaker inside,
Yeah.
so a baby can't form. So I was just like, damn. So I remember just praying one day, like, hey God, I'm not prevented from getting pregnant, but just know this time, if you send me a blessing from heaven, I'm gonna keep it this time.
Right.
And then through my darkest time, or the darkest time of my relationship, my career, whatever the case may be, I got pregnant. And I'm not scared. I'm like, okay, I have my own money, I have my own name. I'm good for real.
Right.
So
About that whole situation. When you see the video, it makes you sad. It makes you be like, wow, man, this girl just needs some help. She just needs some guidance, but she also got to want it, and she also got to want to listen to it at the same time. But yeah, social media has been calling her out, and Bobby Lytes is one of these people that came out to call out Chrisean, basically saying that, hey, girl, you is not ready for a baby, but this might be her last chance to get pregnant. Okay, you just saw that video, so Bobby, we gonna need you to go to rehab before you talk about antibiotics, because the way that you was on video putting that soda can in your mouth, the way that you was acting just looks like antibody can have you at any moment. And when you're under the influence, you have no say and no care over your body. Okay, but in any event, that's what Bobby Lytes had to say. So let's move on from that situation. Let's talk about Kris Jenner, and let's talk about Kylie Jenner, and let's talk about, her being out there in public and having on the same outfit as, the model and the shows. Like, it's like the same outfit. They both got tigers, but when it comes to the pattern of, Kylie's dress, I like her pattern better. But the model, she did have laced up in the back, but I don't know if Kylie has sleeves. If Kylie has no sleeves, her dress is definitely better, because I just don't like the laziness of these designers. No sleeve, and then a sleeve, like, that's just so tacky. Like, how many decades are we gonna still come out with that type of, nobody's being creative. They're not creating anything new or different. They just regurgitating designs, just like they regurgitate hairstyles. Okay, but in any event, when it comes to the tiger, the model, her tiger look better because you can see the teeth. Okay, you can see the teeth. The teeth, I like the teeth. Okay, the teeth was hanging out there like, go girl, like I'm about to bite you. But would I wear any of this? No, not at all. I'm not wearing a whole animal head on my chest. You know what I'm saying? This is not coming to America.